So it helped me and Gigi to actually this is from Gigi, so I just follow his method, and it actually quite effective, which is remind me that actually we have outstanding money on partner side.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
okay, and then the account payable that something that outstanding that we have to pay to the partner. It's
Okay.
Box Paradise is it's,
Mhm.
okay, and then this is the May plan at the Decision Center.
Okay. Very good.
Discover new things or new practices, and then yeah,
Things are get done.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Rizky has shown me, if I understand correctly, his workflow, and this is essentially tasks that you have a general board that you work together with Gigi on, and then you have a personal board that you work on your own
Yep.
stuff on. Okay. All right. Who creates the cards for this, actually? So.
Rizky made the cards.
Okay.
Finance,
Mhm.
and he also initiated the personal
Okay.
board.
Okay, very good. This is mostly an internal thing, but let me just see if it has external influences. Panuki, were you aware that Rizky was using this?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, were you aware that Rizky was working this?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Would it be helpful if you guys knew? Let's do Wayana first. Okay.
For me, it's like not necessary, but just I know that if something tricky to follow up and then get it done, that's I think
Okay.
more important.
All right, got it. Okay. And Panuki, would it be helpful for you if you could have visibility into this board, or is it?
Yes, this is good because I like the sequence,
Mhm.
and then and also sure of information. But
Okay.
maybe for the next more, please socialize to to the spot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it could be useful. Okay.
Yeah.
I brought this up because I think I had to talk with Rizky about transparency, and part of it I think is just like that uncanny feeling of what's going on, right? Yes, we know that there's probably an engine in the car, but if we don't see the engine, sometimes we don't know that it's there. So okay. All right. Interesting point. Any discussion around this area? No? Okay. I think this is good. I think this shows that you're methodical, that you're thinking about things, that we're not losing track of deals or follow-up. So this gives me confidence that one, we are when we are owed money, that we remember that, and also when we owe our partners money, that we remember that too. Yes, go ahead, Ricky.
I think I can add more from the money we have. So I have another board.
Oh.
for-
Okay. Is Gigi gonna go through that later, or if it's an
I think we should. Is it the same board?
is it the same board or a different board, or
No,
will we
different
cover?
board. Oh yeah. The
Okay.
hold up payment.
Okay. All right. So there's another board showing that. Is that in the documentation on the paper right now, or is it?
No, I just have
Oh,
because
okay.
it's actually the same topic. So
Okay. Let's go ahead and take an examination of that. Let's take a look. Okay. But basically, my point is, yes, it's very good to see that there are systems in place. And I guess some stakeholders would, I guess, feel a little bit better if they could see what those systems were, so that they can know that they're being handled. All right. So what am I taking a look at?
okay, so this is actually the money that's been held by Airbnb.
Nice. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay, you can see that I just split it into every squad.
Mhm.
So what I do is I reported the particular case, the payment,
Mhm.
the hold up payment to the Airbnb, so they can release the.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Got it. Very good. Thank you. All right. Very good that we're also aware that there are systems in place so that when Airbnb doesn't pay us,
Yes.
we are aware of that too.
Because so
Okay.
many outstanding.
Yes.
On Airbnb, we got so many. And
Yes.
good news is we solved some of them.
Nice.
We saved
I like that. All right.
around
Getting the money that we're owed.
Yeah.
Always a positive sign.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Very good. This is going really well so far. All right. Let's continue.
Okay, so let me add something. So, Mas Bayu,
Oh, wait. Let's stop. Let's stop. Okay. Is this part of the program or is this off program now?
It's part of the program.
Okay. Is it part of number 4? Because we need to go through the sequence, right? I don't. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So there's a ongoing project with Mas Bayu.
Yep.
instead of we are the client, so much they invite us to be the co-workers. So
Okay.
what we have done here, me and Rizky, so we help to evaluate the current system that created by Jay and Ankit.
Mhm.
So we give them the advices and also the
Okay.
the evaluations
Mhm.
and what's the leak are and
Mhm.
what's need to be improved.
Okay.
So here's all the comments.
So these are like observation improvements to Jay and Ankit. Okay, all right, understood. So what we're looking at essentially, just to bring everyone on speed, is we have Jay and Ankit, who are Hong Kong developers at Hong Kong University. They are essentially students right now. They're working on a finance dashboard system, and what we're seeing is a feedback cycle from us back to Jay and Ankit on things that need to be fixed. Are Jay and Ankit actually working on this, or is it like they're
it's working.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
All right,
working.
good. Okay. So when was the last update that they made to the code?
It's now can be used internally, but
Okay.
sadly to say that it can achieve the
External
the
use.
external
Okay.
use, yeah.
Right. Okay. I understand that because that's essentially a distribution error. Okay. That's not related to this at all, really. The finance dashboard is, but the finance dashboard as a project is an ongoing project that Risky and Gigi are working on with the programmers, and this is a really good innovation. The end result is we hope that owners can just read their own reports instead of actually having us deliver it in the end. But it is a good project. Okay, great. Let's continue. All right, fantastic. Okay, number 4, able to discover and repair areas where accounting is lacking. Save the company from potential loss of 25 million due to overbilling by partner. Okay, that looks nice. All right, let's take a look. Okay. Let's see, that's a 7 million overbilling from Putikalapa. Okay, so we got 7 million back from that. Great. And then from La Jolla Bubu, we were able to reclaim about 18 million, yeah? Okay, all right, that's good. I guess okay, is there any discussion? Nope? Okay, all right. Just as a tip, I'm not going to put it on the board for this time, but there is this thing called negative passive feedback, right? So the amount that you reclaimed is the amount that you reclaimed, but what was the total potential of what could have been reclaimed, right? So that ratio is essentially like a conversion ratio, like what's the total number of inquiries and the total number of bookings. Do we have that information?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the data.
Okay.
So on the number 2,
Mhm.
so data claim that we have outstanding for 59.
Okay.
And, the actual outstanding that after we done the investigation is just 51.
Okay.
Million.
Okay, got it. And that's where the 7 came from, right? Okay, got it. What I also mean by that, just to clarify, is how do we know if we have outstanding overbillings elsewhere in the world, right? Currently, it's kind of like you find what you can find, but how did you know, like, how big that pot would have been? Once again, that's not relevant in this discussion because this is not like, but this will be relevant in the next discussions, right? And I want to just bring it up early, which is we need to know what the total possibility of overbuildings was, and that would be the size of the container, and then we need to know what we got, because I believe it's always a little bit bigger than what we got, right? Okay.
So can I make a motion?
Yes, go ahead.
Should we make a separate discussion with you about this one?
Yeah, that's a separate discussion, but it is an important discussion
Yeah.
because I think this is good. This is good. I'm saying that. What I'm saying also is that for future, we need to also be able to get sharp at understanding what we call this is negative passive feedback. How do you find out something that isn't, how would I say, revealing itself yet? So there's many ways we can do that. Sometimes you set up triggers. Sometimes you set up like little equations to help you figure out I'm being overbilled. So that would then indicate what the total amount of overbilling was, and then that we can see then this is a percentage of the total amount of overbooking. Okay, but yes, I would like to delegate that. I would like to table that for a separate discussion. Okay, let's. Oh wait, where do we put that? We put that on new business. Okay. All right, let's just put that on new business because we will use this probably for the next promotion review, and then that will be a discussion topic. All right. So the secretary will go and add 2 tables, or a table with 2 columns, one on new business and one on old business. And for new business, I propose that we have a discussion in the future about how to measure the total size of total potential overbillings in the entire community. Okay, great. Let's see. Gigi's pretty fast typer. Okay, let's. Are we in the evaluations of each person now, or have we? Okay. And service level agreements. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Perhaps we can close some of the other tabs. Oh, a little faster. Okay. Bukit Vista service level agreement. So okay, great. We have some service level agreements for internal to finance. All right. Very good. So okay. Very good. Finance evaluation system. Okay, very good. Oh, yes.
Just a simple performance measurement for
Okay.
us. We might make advance more from this.
Okay.
We can start from this. I mean.
Great, great. Tell me more. Okay, so let's go to Rizky since he knows what's going on here. Can you tell me what this is?
Okay, so
Which document are we taking a look at? Finance evaluator, or are we taking a look at?
this is a manual
Okay, let's talk about finance evaluator. Rizky will describe the document.
Oh, sorry. So let's start from the...
Oh, okay. Now we're changing. Okay, now we're going over to Bukit Vista Air Support Finance on service level agreements. And who wants to talk about it? Rizky will talk about it. Okay, Rizky.
It's a brief idea.
Okay.
Okay, this is an internal SLA for
Mhm.
finance.
Okay.
We made actually this is the first time we made like a standard of procedure at
Yep.
the time, but
Okay.
For you, standard procedure is a bit kaku.
Inflexible. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm, okay.
flexible. So we made it. We just barely just changes the name,
Okay.
but actually.
Okay.
But actually, pretty much the same.
Okay.
I mean, what we do is not just based on this. I mean, we if there's something came up in the future, then maybe can replace all of this idea.
Mhm. Okay.
I guess so.
All right. So there's implementation. Okay. All right. Very good.
Can I add something?
Yes,
So
go ahead,
basically-
Gigi.
yeah, so basically, the main objective why we are creating this document is once you onboard the new people,
Mhm.
so they already in the at least on the standard with what we write in here.
Mhm.
So it's better that they can improve things.
Okay.
At least they do the
Yep.
things that has
I agree.
been listed.
Yeah, that's what we
Benchmark.
essentially have for every chapter now, actually. Okay. Yep. Continue.
Okay, so this is a finance evaluator
Mhm.
system. So we actually don't have the. Actually, it's hard for you to measure our quote of
Yep.
our
Mhm.
performance, right? So, and this is really the brief idea, the very first idea of how we should measure the performance of the finance
Okay.
employee.
Mhm.
So it's just a simple measurement. Like,
Okay.
Budgeting report. You have to do budgeting report on 28
Mhm.
every month.
Okay.
Cash flow report on first every month.
Okay.
Staff investment on third every month, and profit and so on.
Okay.
And then we got an external bookkeeping monthly checklist like
Mhm.
monthly partner report.
Okay.
To the external, right?
Okay.
And then partner settlement, 2 months. And then we got, okay, stop. Finance support accuracy.
Okay.
We gotta achieve like more reporting. Sorry, reporting accuracy. We gotta achieve like more than 95%.
Okay.
Of the accuracy.
Okay.
And profit accuracy, like 95% too.
Okay.
And manual transfer accuracy, and then so on.
Okay.
And then administration. Okay. So this is the very first property. Property kit is like the attribute we have.
Okay.
When there's a new onboard partner, we gotta prepare the accounting journal, the
Okay.
monthly report folder and template,
Okay.
and the Bitly link, and then the WhatsApp group payment.
Okay.
And then of course we have to tell the payment, tell the partner also about how the payment works. And
Okay.
this stuff.
Yep.
And then the second one is auto pay requirement,
Okay.
bank account details, the
Okay.
ID, and so on.
Okay.
And auto pay establishment 2 months after.
Yep.
partner.
Yep.
And then the last one is partner relation.
Okay.
Just
All right.
as simple as replying
Okay.
within 10 minutes. to a
Great.
call.
So there's both sides to it. There's a side that we actually do the standards, and the side that how we evaluate the standards. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
Any discussion? Or
yes, Mr.
okay. Yes. Go
Chairman,
ahead.
Can I make a motion?
Yep.
So, basically, since we gather our stakeholder
Mhm.
to this table, so I want to make a motion that I want to challenge myself and also Rizky, starting from next month. I mean, on the running of June.
Mhm.
So our performance bonus will be based on this measurement.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Your performance
So, yeah.
bonus is based on that. Okay.
So
All right.
I mean, like, if we cannot achieve that profit and loss statement, then it should be
Okay. All right. So there's multiple also performance bonuses. You're talking about performance bonus A right now. Relate to
the basic, and then there is a second one.
Yeah. There's several performance bonuses based on one. Okay. All right. Next month will be a company performance, right? So everyone's on B
I see.
next month.
So what I understood is we don't have the exact measurement like how we calculate our performance, right?
Yep.
So that's why
It's usually all or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have this card.
Okay.
So Jing can use this card to evaluate whether we achieve our achievement during the month or not. So it can be a consideration if give us the performance.
Okay, all right. So there's a motion from Gigi to actually use this particular. Well, this is outside the scope of his promotion, right? This is a little bit outside the scope.
Outside, but since we gather all the stakeholders, so I just need
is this all the stakeholders? Let's see.
For
I would like to. Okay.
Separate discussion.
I think this would be a
Because
separate
I-
discussion. Yeah.
He's not like-
Yeah. This separate discussion. I think it should include also Bayu. I think it should also maybe include somebody else too as well.
Okay,
but I think this is a separate discussion. There shouldn't- I'd like to table that and have a separate discussion after. Yeah.
In new business.
In new business, yeah, you can have a discussion about whether these metrics can be used for both Kiki and Rizky's performance incentive. Okay, all right, great. Okay, so that's your project. So let's go from the most junior person first. So that would be Ara at the moment. Let's start with Ara's comments first. Okay, Ara on sales has given no comment. She talks about teamwork. He's good. He's willing to help with any issues, even though he got nothing to say about it. He'll always try to help mediate both parties. Okay, very good. Hospitality. I can see he's got a good hospitality, either to the guests or property owner. Good. Okay. Ara on communication says he's pretty good at communicating or mediating problems. He just need a little improvement on response rates. Okay. Innovation. Heard Rizky's been planning to have a project in finance with Gigi. Seems he got some innovation on finance chapter 2. Okay, good. Brand, no comment. On ownership, I can see he cares. He's always trying to be helpful for all parties. Ara's helpful advice for Rizky is I believe you have a lot of new ideas and innovation. And now is the time for you to stand on your feet and deliver all of it. Okay. Thank you very much, Ara. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go to the next person. So, I guess next person will be Patnunki. Patnunki says, on sales, no comment. On teamwork, Rizky adapts quickly. If he enters a new environment or new people who start to quietly and listen to them, over the next gradually he'll begin to actively communicate. He's very careful, maintain the dynamic of team interactions. Very good insight, Patnunki. That's very good. Okay, hospitality. Although it tends to be slow to adapt, but he proves good hospitality when we visit the Squad 3 partners. Good. Communication is part of the Squad 3 team. He's been helping to mediate if there are communication problems. Very good. And innovation, try to apply the Jojonomic application, create a BV payment WhatsApp group for each partner so they can communicate directly and get faster. Okay. Brand, the way it works, his serving partners has shown the work culture of Bukit Vista. Ownership, he looks to monitor the progress of the thing or program he's working on. And the helpful advice is with his diligence, I'm sure he'll be more active, responsive, critical, and innovative. Okay, all right, very much. Patnunki and Ara, do you have any other further things that you'd like to say about Rizky? Okay, to Ara first.
No, nothing to
Okay, all right, to Patnunki.
Yeah. No, I think it's complete on my metrics.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's go to Wayana next. Wayana says that. Okay, on sales, no comment. Teamwork, very good. Hospitality, Rizky hospitality is better, but can be improved. Okay. Communication, I think you get better communication with owner and set expectations. Innovation, I see recently he approached new owner and give expectation about the payment method to the new owner. Keep it up. On brand, no comment. On ownership, he cares about his work and care what the owners need. Helpful advice for Rizky from Wayana, I suggest Rizky build up confidence and lead more. Okay, all right, very good from Wayana. Let's go over to Gigi. Okay, Gigi says, on sales, to achieve the optimal partner satisfaction is a goal for us. Yes, okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean to say yes to partner because we want to please them. Rizky poses the ability to work based on the best interest of Bukit Vista by finding out ineligible outstanding, which has been billed by the partner and the total amount, and the ineligible outstanding is 25 million based on the countable settlements. Also, he will always keep track of every outstanding that can affect BV's cash flow, even though it's the smallest one. Very good. All right. As my successor, Rizky is easy to train, fast learner, listen to learn, and being helpful if someone needed him. Proactive actions to strive towards perfection. Very good on teamwork. Okay. On hospitality, he's taking care of our partner by giving clear and informative information. Okay. Communication, he communicates clearly and does good coordination with the teams. On innovation, he takes part in the finance and accounting automation project. Still our homework to find a method to reduce accounting workloads. So let's work on it together. On brand, he builds trust to our partners by giving them reliable information and become resourceful. Very good. And on ownership, having initiative to demonstrate a sense of self-drive, self-awareness, insight, and personal motivation. He's not easy to get distracted by frictions, and he's responsible on every task and issues that he's assigned to. Great. And the helpful advice for Rizky is time to step up to your leadership. You have shared tons of ideas with me. Now it's time for you to speak up and share your ideas to the team and own your ideas. All right, let's enhance our roles by providing more useful statistics for the company to give insights to the decision makers, and let's make a better communication across chapters. We have done a great job taking care of our partners. Let's be more transformational by taking care of our internal stakeholders from now on. Okay, fantastic, very good. All right, let's go to me. So then, let's see. Oh wait. Let's jump over here to let's see. Wayana, did you have any comments for Rizky?
No.
Okay, all there. Okay, Gigi. All good? Okay. All right. So on sales, I have no comment. I think we need to find the areas that could have been leaks, right? So this is what I just talked about earlier. We need to know what the total leak possibility is, and then find the areas that Rizky has saved. So that's the conversion of total potential loss and saved loss. I think this can be a KPI for success. It's a similar idea to conversion rates on inquiries. So total number of inquiries, total number of bookings, and then we know what the conversion was. Okay. On teamwork, I have to defer to his team for information. I don't work with Rizky on a daily basis. I do see that he is diligent. He comes in the morning. Sometimes he's the first person here. And he really works hard. He's focused. He doesn't distract too much in the...
Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
still.
he's pretty
He's
solid,
in the
yeah.
wall, like,
Yeah, he's like a statue, right?
yeah,
So
like a statue. Yeah.
he stands there and he gets shit done. So that part I think is good and inspirational. I can see that Gigi is very happy working with him, and that's his closest team member. And after having this discussion, I can see that most of his squad mates and his teammates also agree, and squad leaders agree especially. And since the partner satisfaction is very much the squad leaders, I think one of their primary considerations, I can see that this teamwork is working well with Rizky, so I would give that a good mark. On hospitality, Rizky is becoming much more approachable as a person to me. In the very beginning, he was kind of a stranger. I didn't really know.
Oh my god.
I don't think he talked too much or said too much to me. But I think now that we've had a few bonfires and whatnot, we're beginning to know each other a little bit better. But the best indicators for me on hospitality are, one, Gigi's thoughts. He works with Rizky on a daily basis. Second is Patnuki, and also partners in Wayana too as well. I think these are all the people who work on a daily basis, and if they're happy with his hospitality, I'm happy. Communication. I think this is the part that actually could use a lot of improvement, and this is because communication for accounting, in my thoughts, should be mostly via dashboards or written reporting. It is in let's say the host community and the owner community, communication is like sitting and talking with somebody, and sharing that vibes. But the communication that I, as like let's say CEO or other stakeholders, as squad leads, as people who are running independent teams need to know, are much more related to what's happening in finance, right? Are we making money this month? Are we spending too much? Or what is it? Because currently I don't get that kind of communication, and I'm thirsty for it. Really, I'm really thirsty. You can see I love looking at dashboards. I'm sure Patnuki, Wayana, Tendi, if they can see what the finance looks like in their particular areas, like what are the losses due to cancellations, what are the losses due to things, what are the payments that are stuck, then at some point, I have to hold them accountable for what happens in their squad, and having that information would be super, super helpful. So I'm looking really for summary figures. I'm looking for key metrics that help me understand what is the condition of the company today at chapter, squad, or team level. I don't see any of this, but I'm kind of led by hope that everything is going okay. All right, but I see that you guys have been bringing me profit and loss reports. I see that communication is happening in a more proactive way, But I also don't know if this is a regular thing that we're doing or if it's just a one-off. So on communication, I think this is a aspect that I need to see a lot of improvement on. Okay, on involvement, on innovation, there's involvement, but I don't see any tangible results at the moment. I think the process of using Trello is the beginning of an innovation. It's more cross-pollination because it was brought in from other kind of people around. But I think at a further point, I would like to see more innovation. Yeah? Brand, no comment. And ownership, based on his teammates and squad leads, so it's appear that Rizky is doing good work. Oh, sorry, Wood. He's doing good work. He's taking ownership for that. So that part, I do see strong signals from everybody around that he owns his work, and that's pretty good. I've given a lot of private advice to Rizky since he reached out to me via a survey, so that part, I guess some of it I can share. Most of it is around what I just wrote for communication. At some point, I think the accountant needs to be driven by KPIs, needs to be driven by key financial data stakes. I see that on the evaluate report that you guys are creating, there's some good signals for that. I would need to have further discussions with you about what accuracy means, because accuracy, if you're also, you're the one counting, then how do we know it's accurate, right? So it has to be measured using math, I think, and balances and other ways, so that there's clear signals to you and to everybody else that the math that works out. All right. Okay. All right. That's my thoughts. And let's. Are there any comments or any discussion about my thoughts?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. To
Yes.
Gigi. Mm-hmm.
So I totally understand. I totally agree with what the Jing said. So yeah, we will looking forward to work with Jing furthermore about this kind of improvement, because we also excited.
Okay.
To work
Good.
upon all those advices.
Thank you, Gigi. Anything else you'd like to say? Okay. All right. Anything else that anybody else would like to say?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So that's pretty much it then. Is there anything else on this thing that we need to see? Is there any other
I think
evidences?
that's it.
That's it. Okay. All right, Rizky, take a walk, and we'll get back to you on the results. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Rizky will leave the room for a moment, and then we'll discuss whether Rizky will be promoted. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and hopefully we'll have some good news for you. All right. So how many people do we have? That's we have 5 people. All right. So. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so I guess let's just do it the easy way and see where we stand in the room right now. Would anyone care to make a motion to have Rizky promoted from full-time employee to assistant staff accountant? The floor is open for motions right now. Anybody want to make that motion?
Yeah, I want to make that motion.
Okay.
So, the motion is I want to promote Rizky from the full-time employee to the staff accountant. So, if
All right.
anyone.
Okay, so the motion's been moved. All right, is there a second on the motion? Okay, so let's say Wina has seconded the motion. All right, fantastic. Okay, so the motion has been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Okay, no discussion? Okay, all right, so we'll proceed to the vote now. All in favor of moving Rizky from full-time employee to assistant staff accountant, please vote in favor now.
Aye.
Okay, all right, that was pretty easy then. All right, so all right, done. So that's pretty much it. We all agree, and I think Rizky's done some really good work. Oh, by the way, I'm recording this. I just started the recording about like 15 minutes back. Yeah, I didn't get the whole thing. So promotion reviews are always recorded so that there's transparency on what is a promotion review. I don't want people, going around saying not fair, not fair. All right, so anybody can watch anybody else's promotion review and see what was the because you're backlit, sir. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I think Rizky is eligible for this promotion. I think it's a good thing. I think he works really well together with Gigi to crush it. The points of improvement, I think, yes, are on leadership and being the hero, transparency. Those are some core values that I think could use refinement. Also, and I think this is also part of Gigi's initiative too, as well, to create more transparency inside finance, I would have rather more than just one person evaluate. I would just like open it up to everybody, right? Everybody can see what the finance records are, and that way there's more transparency to what's happening in there. Otherwise, let's see. What are some other points that you think would be helpful for Risky to gain his next promotion, Gigi?
I think it's all well said by you, sir, and also the
Mhm.
other presenters.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go around the clock. Patnuki, what do you think would be helpful for Risky to know to, let's say, get to his next promotion?
Okay. Yes. I think this time to give him room for initiative,
Mhm.
room for leadership.
Okay.
And yeah, I think Gigi slowly to apa menjauh from Rizky and
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Give him a longer leash, yeah.
give more room to
Expand.
to extend, yeah.
Okay, very good. Yeah,
Uh,
I think that's very good. Create a bigger container so that the student can fill the bigger container. Very good. Okay, over to Ara. Any thoughts? Any sort of helpful advice that you'd like to offer to Risky?
It's pretty much the same though, because in some cases that he's been dealing with the guest and involved to me.
Okay.
So there has been something that usually, oh, okay, Ara, I can do nothing about it. I'll talk to Gigi about it, and
Okay.
blah blah blah. I'll talk to Gigi about it. I'll talk to Gigi. So I hope by this promotion,
Okay.
I hope he got more things to say. He got more responsibility.
Mhm.
It means that by more responsibility, he will be more aware and also can do more,
Mhm.
which is pretty good. It will develop and grow himself to
Okay.
actually be more, speak up for himself and then be more aware of
Independent.
himself. So
More
yeah,
confident.
independent.
Okay. Very good.
So, yeah.
All right. Very good. To Wayana, any helpful advice that you'd like to share with Risky
I think Rizky
to achieve his next promotion?
yeah for the next achieve for the next promotion. So I think he need to build up confidence and stand more in his own feet.
And meet us alone. Don't bring over Gigi. Don't bring us
Yeah.
meet.
Yeah, stand on his own feet because like I think he have the idea, but he just I understand that he's a bit having hard time to express himself,
Yeah.
and then I think if he can build that, I think also it's good for the partner. Like so, basically, stand like on our behalf instead of like being nice, and then
Yeah.
he support himself to other because wanna follow others. So, like more like incompetent and then stand on own feet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Yep. Go ahead.
So, yeah. Maybe I want to add something. So maybe as an indicator whether he can achieve for the next promotion is whether Rizky able to provide the KPIs that you
Yes.
are asking for right now, and
Mhm.
also providing all the data that may be useful for
Yes.
the company.
Okay. Very much so. So, somebody told me once that accountants are the business owner's best friends, right? So, I think, let's say, Wayana, me, and Bayu, and the stakeholders in the company, once we feel that accounting is our best friends, actually, I think you're 50% of the way there, actually. So the crucial part before was getting the owners under control. And so we have that now.
Yeah.
The next part is actually making sure that we have the company under control. And the reason for that, and the reason why it's especially important now, is two things. One, the company is getting more and more legal, and so we want to get more and more better accounting records so we can show profitability, so we can get investors. And so that part needs to start looking very, very tidy. I think our lawyer used the word, we need to dress the bride, right? So that everything looks really, really clean. The second part is we're spending a lot of money right now on hiring and recruiting and all these things. And so currently we feel confident doing that, but it would be really valuable to, one, keep track of expenses, two, and keep track of like the budget on hires, and is it like a ratio of the people we hire versus the income that is being brought in, so that we have some ideas of where things are going. The company is stepping up. It's going to get more big. But we went from 3 people to 30 already, and then we're probably going to go 30 to 100 in the next year. So it's going to, without more powerful tools, and method to keep track of what's happening inside, I think we'll have internal chaos, and that worries me sometimes. So yes, I think the next step is to get those KPIs and have the internal stakeholders as happy as the external stakeholders. Okay, all right. So I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Okay, all right. Meeting adjourned. Promotion granted. We'll let Rizky know that he's gotten the promotion and celebrate, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Congratulations, Rizky.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Rizky.